This video will be going over briefly on how we'd like you to use Slack for this course. User profiles. We would like you to update your display names to given name, followed by your English name or nickname, then your surname and the session you're enrolled in. This is to avoid any possible confusion with names. In Asia, surnames are usually written first, followed by the given names last, which usually is composed of 2 words. And in academia, given names are usually written first, followed by surnames. For example, if I were a student and my given name is Houghton Kristy, my preferred nickname is Kristy, my surname is Chow, and I am studying Psych 3052A, it will be something like this. So make sure that your surname is capitalized and your session is in brackets. You can edit your name by clicking on your profile on the top right corner here and clicking Edit Profile. And make sure you're editing the display name, but you could do both the display name and the full name. So as mentioned, following the format of given name, preferred nickname, and surname and session, I would change this to Houghton Kristy Chow. Remember to capitalize your surname and put your session in brackets and click Save Changes. Then you will see that your name has changed. Also, please upload a profile photo for yourself so that we can recognize who you are, and please make sure that it's an appropriate photo. Okay, on to the more general bits about using Slack. We would like you to reply to messages using threads. This is to make it easier to keep track of the topic, and the channel in general will look less cluttered and easier to manage. To do this, you will have to hover over a message, and a bar like this will show up near the top right. And to reply to a thread, click on the 4th button from the right. Let me switch to Slack right now to show you. To reply to message using threads, as stated before, when you hover over a message like this, a bar will show up on the top right here, and you should click on the speech bubble button here, the 4th button from the right, and the thread will pop up on your right, and you can send your reply here. Another thing that we would like you to do is to use Shift and Enter simultaneously instead of just Enter to separate lines. This will stop you from accidentally sending your message before you complete it, and separating lines will make your message easier to read, particularly if your message is lengthy. Again, let me switch to Slack. To use Shift and Enter to stop you from accidentally sending your messages first or making things look clunky, I'm going to give you a quick example. This is just something random that I copied off the syllabus. So, for example, let's say you have a huge chunk of text like this. If you just press Enter and you're not finished, it'll just get sent out. And as you can see, it looks like a really big paragraph for someone to read. What you want to do is perhaps when you're typing your message, remember to use Shift and Enter instead. So for example, after sentences or you want to separate to paragraphs, you'll just press Shift and Enter, and it will separate the lines into another section or into another paragraph if you double Shift Enter it like this. If you just Shift and Enter, it will look like that. And once I send it, you'll see that it looks easier to read than the previous huge chunk above. Next, to bring something to someone's attention on Slack, like for example, Phoebe or a TA or your group or teammate, you can tag them by adding the @ sign followed by their Slack username. For example, if you want to bring something to my attention, just add @ and type my name, Kristy, and you should be able to find me. And click on that and type your message and press enter. If you don't know someone's username, you can just press @ and you can scroll through the list to try to find them. And about notifications. This Slack workspace is shared between PSYC 2071, Judgment and Decision Making, and PSYC 3052, Advanced Social Psychology Sections A and B. So make sure you get alerts or turn off notifications for the other course. Course announcements will be made in the respective channels, but project discussions will be shared across the courses. To mute the channel that's not relevant to you, you'll have to right-click on the channel you wish to mute and click Mute Channel. If the channel is muted, the words should be grayed out, like here. And please don't leave the channel, just mute it, just in case there are some questions relevant posted in the other channel. Finally, please avoid direct messaging the instructors or the TAs. Everything should be public in the spirit of open science and communication. So if you have any questions, please post it on the corresponding channel. We currently have channels for PSYC 2071 and 3052 and for coursework. But if you have personal issues that aren't related to the course or projects, then contact Phoebe directly and CC me, Kristy. You can do this either through email or through Slack with a group conversation. To start a group conversation, go to New Message, this white bubble here, and add the relevant people and send your message. Again, just a reminder, only contact Phoebe and the TAs directly when you have an issue that's only related to you and not about the course or projects. And that's the end of a quick how to use Slack for this course.